Hey there, and welcome to my channel, The Paper Bag Investor. Today I want to look at a new full self-driving beta video by a YouTuber named Zeb Hallock. Just give my reaction to it and my thoughts again on full self-driving and how it relates to the Tesla share price over time and the value for the company. So let's get into it. Before I go much further, I just want to make it absolutely clear that I am not a personal financial advisor. I'm just a guy with a paper bag on his head who loves investing and thinking about the future. And if you love investing and you love thinking about the future, I encourage you to hit that subscribe button down below. You might enjoy my channel and the content I'm creating. And just to give you guys a quick snapshot of what my channel and investing philosophy is about, I'm not here to give you 100 different stock ideas. My channel and my philosophy as an investor, I'm really trying to find the next generational companies that could really be huge winners over time. And in my mind, that takes a lot of very careful searching, research, and looking from many different angles and perspectives at a company or an investment to really tell, is this company just hype? Is it kind of going to flake out or even go bankrupt over time? Or does it actually have a clear future ahead of it and tons of room for growth ahead of it? And I think, and then when you find that sort of great, exceptional company, really just investing heavily and concentrating your investment into that. That's my investing philosophy in a nutshell. And with that, over the last 12 years, I've been able to return 25% compound annual growth rate during my sort of investing career. So if that kind of investing philosophy interests you, then I encourage you to stick around, hit that subscribe button, hit that thumbs up. It really helps me out. So in today's video, we're going to be looking at a YouTube video from a YouTuber named Zeb Hallock and his full self-driving beta version .12. Currently the newest version. And this video, I've been trying to present what I find are the best full self-driving video clips I can find on the internet and just give you my take on them. So here we go. Let's get into the video. Okay, so the first little part of the clip, he's just driving down the road here. And again, he's showing how his screen, some of the user interface has been adjusted since the last software version. So again, this is .12, which is the newest full self-driving beta. And you really see even, this is an excellent video because he shows this roundabout that he does. And the car kind of slows down and then checks and merges into the roundabout, takes the roundabout. This is, again, the newest software. Really takes it well. Exits the roundabout, great. And then he does it again at nighttime. I've also sped this up. I think it was doubled the speed, 2x on this from what he actually presented it as. But I think you can still see everything quite clearly at this speed. Again, takes it really well, just as well at nighttime. It's an excellent job of that. And now here's the previous software version. This is amazing to see just the difference in one software iteration. Sort of stops, pauses, really herky-jerky, trying to turn her around, really awkward. Like someone, who's just learning to drive maybe. And he actually does a side-by-side comparison. So the top there, top one is the chunky one, the older version, then the .12 below, and you can tell his hands are just barely moving. They're just sort of gliding along the steering wheel as it easily takes it. So amazing to see that improvement over just one software iteration. This one, he slows. You can see the car actually, it sort of moves to the side, slows down a bit as another car comes on this very narrow road. Takes it quite cautiously. There's some speed bumps. You can see the car actually slows down a bit for each speed bump. There's also a sort of an unmarked single lane tunnel. You have to look ahead. And it drives across there later in the video. And here does a left-hand turn into some fast crossing traffic. Just quite impressive. Again, I sped this up, so it's not quite that fast. But it looks both ways. Before crossing the street, makes left-hand turn. Pretty amazing. Here does a really sharp right turn. Almost kind of like a 180 around. And successfully completes a turn. Does it from the other direction, all the way around. Successfully completes a turn again. Pretty amazing. I just love that, a week or two ago, we were just so excited just to see any left turn. Now you're seeing all these kind of details. Navigating through left turn there. And he heads into a parking lot in this little clip. So stops here, waits for traffic, takes another left-hand turn. Just amazing. Takes a left, almost thinks they're done, but no. And you just see this so amazing seeing it map the reality around it. So precisely and carefully mapping the reality around it, accurately, correctly mapping it. Cars, vehicles, people. And going through a neighborhood. There's some windy streets here. Again, you can see all the parked cars in every driveway popping up as he cruises through these streets. It's nice to see this guy has his hands on the wheel at all times, which it says in the disclaimer for full self-driving beta, very explicitly says you should do that. I really should be expecting the worst because it is just beta software at this point. Next stops at the stop sign, makes a right-hand turn. Cruises down that street, and then he tries to encounter another car through this tight tunnel to see what would happen. He tries multiple times. Obviously, just takes the route again and again, and doesn't find anyone in this video. But you can still see it kind of hesitates, slows down each time, just to see that it's clear, like a human driver would, and then makes its way through the tunnel. Again, this my video has sped up his original. Okay, and that ends his video. And again, the reason I get so excited about this, the progress of full self-driving beta is making, and what we're seeing with each software iteration, is because as a long-term shareholder, I really believe that full self-driving for Tesla could be their biggest value driver over time. And I did a video where I showed by 2030, I believe full self-driving, just that part of the Tesla business, let alone every other part of their business that will be developed by 2030. But just full self-driving on its own, I did some napkin math to show that I really think that could make them the most valuable company in the world by 2030. And go basically from the current stock price, just that part of the business could 16x the business from here until 2030 in the next 9-10 years. So make sure I'll have that video linked down below in the description if you're interested in seeing that one. I also think that full self-driving beta is going to improve much faster than people realize, and that's part of why I really like this video, is because you can see that roundabout from dot 11 to dot 12, huge improvement just in one software iteration. And I did another video recently, which I'll also linked down below in the description, where I did some math to show that if their full self-driving beta increases at sort of the rate or around the rate, I think it'll get much better, much faster than people realize. And maybe in the next year or so, I could see in certain select geographic areas, like maybe Phoenix, I could see Tesla having robotaxis service running there. Maybe in the next year and a half, depending on regulator approval and how that works out. Because before full self-driving beta, I think there was a fundamental flaw in the architecture that basically the car couldn't or wasn't able to visualize the world correctly around itself. So it didn't matter how much data you're feeding into a system like that. You basically have a limit of learning that stops a car from advancing, just because the car actually can't correctly visualize the world and the space around it. But now with full self-driving beta, you can see, that's one of the things I'm most impressed about, is you can very clearly see the world. You can obviously tell where speed bumps are. I've seen other videos where it could tell where a little piece of debris was and it just swerved around it. It can see pedestrians or where they're going and crossing the street and wait for them. You can really accurately and visually see the world around it. And so essentially that's like we as a human can see the world, and then it's just a matter of the software team feeding in that data and making corrections. So I really think that the software is going to improve much faster than people realize, just because people are comparing it to kind of the pace of improvement they've seen prior to full self-driving beta. But now because the architecture I think is there and it'll be good enough for full level 5 full self-driving, I think it's going to improve quite rapidly. So I'll also link that video down below in the description. And just want to say, as a long-term Tesla shareholder, again, it gets me so excited. I really think electric cars are the future from gas cars. That's been obvious for a few years, but people are, more of the masses of people are starting to realize that, and that's why you're seeing EV stocks just explode. But I really think that full self-driving is, again, going to be an even bigger step change in how we do our daily lives, and that's also going to be the future. And to me, it seems very, very obvious that Tesla is the clear leader in this and has the hardware and the software and the fleet of vehicles and the increasing fleet of vehicles to really make that happen. I'd love to hear what you guys think. Please let me know in the comments down below what you think of this video, what you think of Full Self-Driving Beta and its rate of improvement. I know they just did a .13 update just, I think, last night. So I'll be watching for more of those videos and, again, seeing how it's improving. If you like this video and you're enjoying this content, please hit that subscribe button so you can follow along and see more of the content as I make it. Also, hit that thumbs up. It really helps me out, helps my channel grow. Appreciate y'all. Thanks for watching. Really value your time. Have a great day.